Hey guys, it's Chef Jason, your Ace Hardware grilling expert, hanging out again here today in my backyard in Grill Stadium, getting ready for today's edition of Ace This Recipe. And we're going to help you get a little practice in before the big Thanksgiving holiday by working through some candied sweet potatoes today on the Traeger. We've got that loaded with our reserve blend pellets, and we are ready to rock and roll. So let's dive in here. We'll walk you through the ingredients, do a little food flyover. We've got a little bit of prep to do, but we've got a great easy recipe for you today that's going to deliver huge flavor, that beautiful Traeger smoke flavor as well, and make everyone happy, right? Because we want you to be the rock star of holiday celebrations. Time to fire up the Traeger. We are loading it with, my favorite, my Ace Reserve Blend pellets. That oak, cherry, and apple just does like a fantastic job getting the flavor. So today we're gonna go ahead and set this for 400 degrees. That's gonna be our temperature that we're gonna cook our sweet potato casserole at. So we'll hit ignite, we'll let this warm up, we'll get back and do a little bit of prep, but that's it. Quick and easy, we are ready to Traeger. Food flyover time. So first we're going to start off with some sweet potatoes, and we're going to go with 3 to 4 large sweet potatoes. I'm going to use for this recipe 4 large for sure. Then we're moving over here to that avocado oil. We love that stuff. It does such a great job. Then we're going to start the flavoring off with some salt and pepper, but then we're going to move into a little bit of our Oink Rub just to give it that, a little bit of barbecue kick. Now, we move over here when we get into the candy liquid, and we're going to start off with 1 cup of brown sugar to get us going. We've got a stick of butter we're using. Look at that. We're doing a little fire salt for a little bit of heat. We've got maple syrup right there, which is going to give us some of that beautiful sweetness. We've got vanilla paste or vanilla extract. Then we're moving into that beautiful ground cinnamon, a little bit of allspice. Then we're moving into marshmallows. We went with square because those are fantastic. Now, if you want to kick it up and add another depth or dimension of flavor, check it out. We're gonna do a little bit of candied pecans as well. But that's it. That is our recipe. Look at that. Super fast, super easy. Getting ready to go right there on that beautiful Traeger. First order of business is going to be to do a little bit of peeling, right? We've got to peel these sweet potatoes. So I'm just going to take my peeler, quick and simple, go through and get these guys all cleaned up. One of the questions I always get as a chef is, how do I dice something that rolls around like that? Well, we're going to do a simple trick I call planks, sticks, and cubes. That's going to be something you want to remember. So how do you get it to stop rolling? Well, first thing we're going to do is make a cut so now it has a flat spot and it doesn't roll. Then what I like to do, just to help set the knife, I will use my palm, right? And then we make a plank, another plank, and another plank. So look at that, we've made 4 planks. Now, separate it because you don't want to try chopping a huge amount that you can't control. So we go a little bit smaller to make sure that knife is well under control. Now, we take these 2 planks, and guess what? Use the heel of our hand again. We go into sticks, right? So let's go ahead and do that again. And we set it, and we go into sticks, all right? Now that we've got those sticks, got this little guy here. Now that we have those sticks, turn around and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cubes. All right, we got them all diced. It is seasoning time now, so we're gonna add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil just to get them coated, right? We don't want too much, we don't want it to be excessive, but we'll go ahead and add that, and then we're gonna season to taste with pepper. Do a little bit of pepper. Again, I always say to taste, you do as much as little as you like, and then we're gonna add some salt as well. And now for that barbecue kick, we will season it up with just a tiny bit of oink, or a lot of oink, depending on how much oink you like. Now, go ahead and get these guys mixed up. Now that we have that Traeger preheated to 400 degrees, we're gonna go ahead and open it. We're gonna add that Lodge cast iron skillet in there. Let that warm up for about 5 to 10 minutes because we want that to preheat so we're not putting potatoes into a cold skillet. Skillet is preheated. We let it go for about 10 minutes total. We're gonna go ahead now, get those potatoes in there, get all those guys dumped in. Now, what I like to do, let's go ahead and flatten these down just a little bit. We're not gonna pack them in, but we just wanna flatten them and then push that skillet back. Let those guys go. We're gonna let them go for about 10 minutes or so. Then we're gonna come in here and turn them, get them all seasoned up, make sure everything is getting nice and roasted. While the potatoes are baking, we need to make our liquid, right? We wanna go ahead and get that set. So I melted 1 stick of butter. I'm adding to that maple syrup. So we're gonna add a 1/4 cup of maple syrup in here. get that all set and ready to go. I'm gonna add a tablespoon of vanilla paste. You can use extract as well. Vanilla paste or extract works fantastic, right? Now, you wanna kick this up a little bit. I'm gonna add a tiny bit of fire salt to taste. That's about a tablespoon. I wanna just get a little bit of sweet heat in there. Next, I'm gonna add a cup of brown sugar. And I always love to go with dark brown sugar because it's more robust, more molasses. Then we're gonna finish it to taste with cinnamon and allspice. And I know I say to taste a lot, but really, I think all of our preferences and our flavor profiles are different. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with a little bit of allspice just to finish it off, just to round it out, so to speak. And then cinnamon, I love this. It's so earthy and wonderful. I'm gonna go a little bit. Now, I went with about a teaspoon of allspice and about a tablespoon of cinnamon. So we'll go ahead and mix this up. And then that, look at how fantastic that looks, right? That's gonna become the topping for those sweet potatoes, helping us with the ultimate goal of making them candied. We're about 10 minutes in. So we're 10 minutes in. I want to go ahead and give these guys a stir now. You can see we're starting to brown, which is fantastic. So I'm giving them a stir just to make sure I get even browning all over. It is time to add the candy liquid. So I'm going to go ahead and pour that over like so. Don't worry right now about where it's at, because what we're going to do is let it melt, and then we're going to mix those potatoes in and slowly let that candy liquid get back to being liquid, right? And then we're going to cook it now for about 10 minutes or until that liquid reduces by about half. I tell you what, if you're like me, this is the best part of the candied sweet potatoes. It's marshmallow time. So I've got 12 of these big, fat, juicy, square marshmallows. I'm gonna line these guys up on here. And you know what? I like marshmallows to be one of the ingredients, right? Sometimes they're great as a garnish, but I love them to melt and get all fluffy and juicy and fantastic. But we're gonna put those guys on there, and now we're gonna let them go about 5 to 7 minutes. What I'm looking for, maybe I want a little bit of rise out of there. I want them to puff a little bit, and then definitely I'm looking for a little bit of color. I'm just not sure it gets any more beautiful than that. That's what I'm looking for. I like those marshmallows to puff. I like them to melt just a little bit, and then I look for a little bit of brown. We're done. Time to head over to the table, and we are definitely digging into this today. You ever have one of those days where you like want to rock out a little bit of your happy dance? Today is that day, because these sweet potatoes, not only are they candied, but that Traeger flavor, fantastic. Now, the Reserve Blend pellets, I will tell you that is like holiday in a bag, because oak, apple, cherry rocks everything, and it definitely rocked these guys. Like my whole backyard and all of Grill Stadium smells like marshmallows and oak and sweet potatoes and maple syrup and all of that. Today's recipe, if you're looking for today's recipe, you can head down below in the description section, click print, follow along. Definitely add that to your Ace Hardware Holiday Hits playlist, because everyone is going to be pretty excited about that. Then, while you're down there grabbing the recipe, don't forget, it is time to leave us a comment. And you know what we always say, tell us what you'd like to see, how can we be more helpful, and is there anything we should be making in Grill Stadium that is going to continue to make you a rock star in the backyard cooking circuit. Then, while you're down there, don't forget to subscribe, right? Subscribe to the Ace Hardware YouTube channel. Tell everyone you know to get in on this amazing grilling content. Then, as we always tell you, at the end of today's video, we've got some more amazing Traeger content coming. So be sure to click on those 2 videos, 3 videos at the end. We've got loaded up and ready to go for you, and you will be set and ready to go. This, I just can't wait anymore. Now, the funny part is, I've been having a run of forgetting my quality control spoon, but luckily, I got my nitrile glove. So I'm gonna get in here, grab a beautiful piece of this ooey gooey delicious sweet potato. Look at that, like totally amazing. And the chef's tip, plank sticks cubes, these are all the same size now, and life is good. So one more little chunk. Oh, I had to get a piece of marshmallow too. Cheers.